Train ticket reader in Japan. I did the experiment. No matter how you input your ticket, it always comes out facing up with the text facing you. I'm curious why it's so complicated. T-Online polls Tesla survey after 253,000 votes cast from just 2 IPS in the US. Like our rebates, totally above board. You'd think T-Online would do at least some basic sanity checks on those kind of votes. Letting over 250,000 votes through from just 2 IPS tells me they have no clue what they're doing, rendering basically every vote they do useless. Switch 2 could make Joy-Con drift a thing of the past as Hall effect stick leaks gained credibility. It should have been fixed in the OLED model. Maybe even earlier. That would be great. And hopefully Nintendo set a trend here. Hall effect sticks are only a little more expensive than the regular ones we see in a controllers currently, but they will never drift. That they call it that. This shit is gonna be in the 2026 version of textbooks. I'm just waiting ADP for the AI hype to die down patiently like it did with the Web 3.0, Metaverse and blockchain BS. If I ever feel less. You think that's pointless? Someone does nothing but install indicators, blinkers, on BMWs. This is a post from someone who has never worked with Azure or in an enterprise environment. You mean the most useful article to ever exist? Managing Windows BS without having to do it on Windows. I was very happy at the time this became possible. Wrote some crazy Ansible. Thankful I don't work at a shit company anymore and haven't touched Windows in 4 to 5 years. I use quite a lot of both PowerShell and Bash at work. We support an app whose services are hosted on both Linux and Windows. We are vendor locked there, and I can say that PowerShell is by far the more expressive language. Everything that Bash can do, PowerShell can do in less lines of code and in more readable manner. Not to mention it is deeply integrated with C# SCLR, so you even get to use C# in PowerShell. TLDR, PowerShell Bash. Don't at me Linux fanboys. Bowling bot. I know I was doing something wrong. I gotta spin it over 500 RPM before chucking it. That machine's feet are way over the line. Another leisure time activity covered, so now we can dedicate more time to our manual labor jobs. Ick know what he wore. Don't forget the curb memes, aka my bad take is actually genius. I'm currently helping someone to learn programming and I'm just now remembering that syntax errors once actually were a problem. They kinda slowed vanished over time. Mounting point where the space shuttle attached on top of its 747 carrier aircraft, with excellent printed instructions. Backslash ended up attaching with engines facing the front backslash. From the engineers I know, the person who wrote this either had a sense of humor or they don't. Apple hides Apple Intelligence TV ad after major Siri AI upgrade is delayed indefinitely. Apple should have never announced this stuff if it wasn't ready. I don't think Apple has ever shit the bed this hard on a major product since maybe MobileMe. Tim better be raising hell. Thank you Newegg for respecting my request. Somewhere in the fine print I'm sure it says something about unsub requests may take 7 to 10 years to process. They're hoping you change your mind within the 72 hours I guess. College late 2000s. Yeah, Macs were everywhere. Those days when Macs still had a light up Apple logo. Are they still this popular on campus in 2024? Nor really I don't know. I just wish I knew which way these damn lines were supposed to lean ///. Since WSL is easier, even the Windows fix is installing Linux SMH. WSL has marked this meme as deprecated. Pirate Bay financier and far-right activist Carl Lundstrom dies in plane crash. I don't know why, but I just wasn't expecting anyone involved in Pirate Bay to be far-right. It's fair to say he did not see that coming. My 3080 Ti hybrid went bad and was 1 month out of warranty. Emailed Evga and they got back to me. RIP EVGA, I miss you so much. Companies don't seem to realize anymore that good customer care can earn you a customer for life, short-term loss for long-term gain. Like and subscribe.